What was the official church view on Tyndale? If you're curious about why William Tyndale was such a contentious figure in the eyes of the church, you're about to uncover some fascinating and complex reasons. Let's start by looking at the context of his time. Tyndale's decision to translate the Bible into English was not the primary reason he was condemned by the church. In fact, translating the Bible into English was not inherently illegal. A law from 1408, following the translations of John Wycliffe, prohibited unauthorized translations to prevent the spread of heresy and false doctrine. The real issue with Tyndale's translation was its theological implications. Tyndale's translations were critical of the institutional Roman Church. For example, he translated the Greek word ecclesia as congregation rather than church, and presbyteros as elder instead of priest. Tyndale's work also emphasized the death of Christ as the sole basis for the forgiveness of sins, a doctrine that directly challenged Catholic teachings. He believed in the authority and sufficiency of Scripture alone, often stating that biblical authority should supersede church authority. The church saw Tyndale's translations and writings as heretical. He denied several key Catholic doctrines, such as the existence of purgatory, the freedom of the will, and the invocation of saints and the Blessed Virgin Mary for prayers. His assertion that faith alone justifies was a central tenet of the Protestant Reformation, which was in direct conflict with Catholic teachings. King Henry VIII, who was the head of the Church of England at the time, also condemned Tyndale's translations. In 1531, Henry VIII declared that Tyndale's translations should be utterly expelled, rejected, and put away out of the hands of the people. Later, in 1543, Henry VIII again decreed that all English translations of the Bible by Tyndale should be abolished and forbidden. Thomas More, a prominent lawyer and Catholic apologist, was particularly vehement in his criticism, calling Tyndale's translation either Tyndale's own testament or the testament of his master Antichrist. In summary, the official church view on Tyndale was one of strong condemnation. His translations and writings were seen as heretical and a threat to the established doctrines of the Catholic Church. This led to severe repercussions, including the banning of his works and, ultimately, his execution.